Hello, this is Levistro, the Dragon in Cyberspace, coming to you with all news, tips, and tricks within the gaming spectrum. And it seems like we have a Night Trap 2.0. What is Night Trap, you say? Funny you should ask. For those who don't know or were never born around the time it happened, Night Trap was a game that was considered controversial according to Screen Rant. It was considered so disturbing that it warranted the creation of the ESRB, which we could also point to Mortal Kombat 1 as well for the ESRB. Developed by Digital Pictures, originally released by Sega. You're tasked as a special detective watching over teenage girls throughout the game, and unknown danger is present. The job of the player is to switch between cameras and release traps if a threat is suspected. The storyline follows concern over the disappearance of 5 teenage girls who were last seen in the Martin family's winery estate. The girls were reportedly invited to stay the night by one of the family members. They were not heard from after their stay, but the Martins insisted the girls safely left the property. Therefore, they refused to allow the police to search the property. The Special Control Attack Team investigated and discovered a series of tapes. As 5 more teenage girls enter home, one of which is an undercover agent, the player is tasked with ensuring they leave the premises unharmed. As the game storyline continues, it is revealed the Martin family is in the process of turning into vampires. The ending of the game depends entirely on the player who the player chooses to save. The summary of the game sounds relatively harmless, so why did the Software Rating Commission need to be made because of it? Now, I'm not going to go into the whole controversy of Night Trap, because I have a better footage I'll show for the 90s, and it will explain that, history repeats itself, but you could also look into this yourself. All right, what you're going to see here is a video from December 9th, 1993. It's a congressional hearing that covers Mortal Kombat 1 and even including Night Trap. But I want you to notice what the professor here and a woman next to him is saying, and you're going to find out history repeats itself. Yes. So I have shared this on Dragoncasts.
To account that 11 of the 47 games were based on sports themes such as car racing or basketball. Women were consistently rescued by men in these scenarios, and there's a gender issue operating obviously there, gender bias. And although men were often rescued in the games too, they were never rescued by women. My point is that video games such as Nintendo have a marked tradition of extreme violence, which is also combined with significant gender discrimination.
I find that so extremely offensive, and the only word you can say to the manufacturers and the shareholders of the company is shame on you. And I think that they really should stop and think about what they're doing. I mean, how would you like to have a teenage daughter go out on a date with someone who's just watched or played 3 hours of that game? The technology that we are getting through the video games is phenomenal, and certainly it's can have the power to prepare our children for a future that we are not even able to understand ourselves, and a future that's well worth looking forward to, if we can get the industry to change some of the values and some of the levels of violence that are in the games. When computers first came out, computers and video games were played equally among boys and girls in the classroom. There was equal time. Now there's a turn around where it seems more boys, of course, are comfortable with the technology. Video games are geared for boys. We are losing 50% of our children are losing the value of learning from the interaction techniques and technology. We are now losing another generation of women if we don't start addressing that the video games must address the needs of all children, and the need, of course, being a safe toy. The girls are very offended by the lack of games for them to play with. They feel inferior. The boys and girls are very easy to determine which are girl games, boy games. Girl games are the ones with the fluffy little bunnies, and they're the games the boys choose not to play with. Playing video games has become a macho boy thing. Girls are being trained in dressing Barbie dolls, and boys are being trained in technology. This has to change. The self-image that we are giving our girls through the video games is showing them that they are, once again, sex objects and victims. They have their choice. The very few women who are of any kind of power are built with iron body parts, or they have the kiss of death. Once again, they can blow the kiss of death. Once again, we got sex and violence mixed in the message. This has to stop.
Please think of the children! What kind of an example are we setting?
Shut up, silly woman.
Now, I did mention Nitrat 2.0. So what am I talking about when I say Nitrat 2.0? Well, totally not Levistra over on X sent me this as well. This is from Kara Cadaver, Violet's band. She has this meme out here saying fake blood and SFX equipment, $300, camera and film, $150, game development computer and equipment, $1,500, almost $1,600. Getting your name banned on sale for the largest video games storefront in the world, priceless. Now that your days of making games available to conventional are over, why not just give them away for free? Violet'sBand.com. She goes, I am extremely disappointed to let you know that Violet Exhumed has finally been removed and banned for sale on Steam. Dread XP and I are working actively to make sure we can make the game available for you ASAP. Next week, you can expect to hear specific details. I want to be clear. Violet Exhumed was not banned for its use of gore, storytelling, or violent themes. It was banned for, quote, sexual content with depictions of real people, which, if you played it, you know are all implied, making this feel even worse. I refuse to censor or make changes to the game. I will not retell the story about these topics in a way to make people who don't understand it feel comfortable. For updates, know how to play Violet Exhumed, follow me on Dread XP or Twitter, or join the Dread XP Discord. Thank you for the support. I'm deeply sorry for anyone else being affected by those working to actively censor art. And the thing is like I'm going to say is, I don't play the game. I do not know if the game's in there. What this, that, or the other. But we have seen Steam remove a number of games in the past month for content Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, and Collective Shout do not like. But what is Violet Exhumed? According to their website, Violet Exhumed is a game about, and I'll just zoom this in here for y'all. According to their website, Violet Exhumed, it's a game about searching through an old computer, uncovering dark secrets, and experiencing the horrors of a parasocial obsession and misogyny. So this might be a woke game. All right. I'm just going to put that out there. There are references to a sexual assault and violence against women, as well as a depiction of gore. This was never a secret. This was the point. It was intended to be released on sale July 22nd on Steam, the largest video game storefront in the world. Instead, it was removed on Steam and banned for sale. Violet was not banned for its use of gore or themes, but many players related to it was wrongfully banned for sexual content and depictions of real people. The game covers topics of abuse, assault, entitlement, and the use of combination of FMV and practices effects of horrifying themes, blah, blah, blah. Basically, when I read about this, it felt like another Night Trap game, a rather woke one, because it's, a feminist game. And I am literally going to say that even though I don't agree with the content of the game, she has the right to point it out there if she's not breaking any Steam rules. Well, I don't know too much about it. This could be a fake. But I could not find Violet Exhumed. Now, I did check to see if this was true. I clicked on the Steam page, and it does show that when I try to click on it, the page isn't there. It is on itch.io, though. However, this is the itch.io page, so you can get it on itch.io as well. But yeah, I will say that a lot of people are saying it was wrongfully banned. Rock Paper Shotgun, GameSpot, Engadget. So people are talking about this as well. This is not a game I would normally play either. I don't plan on playing it at all myself. Because some of the buzzwords on here, misogyny, entitlement, this and that. It is a topic that should be discussed. Yes, I agree. And I think she has every right to play it. I do not think Steam had every right to remove it. unless it has something illegal in it, I will say. But the market should decide if they wanted this game or not. But what do you think, viewer? Put your thoughts in the comments below. As always, happy gaming.